All right, so pet adoptions right now, they are on the rise during COVID-19. Animals are being put into new homes after their owner dies from the virus. So how do you train a rescue dog? Here to talk all about that and more, professional dog trainer. Probably recognize him. There's Steve Lankfer. Hey, Steve, welcome to the show. So I guess the first question is there a way to get a dog 100% obedient, at least 100% of the time?
There actually is a way to have a dog be 100% obedient 100% of the time, yes.
Wow, I actually did not think such a thing was possible. So what are these tips? What can you offer our viewers?
Well, what we know about all of our relationships is they're based on two things: time and events. And what we try to help people do with Speak Dog is to realize that to have a genuine relationship with our dogs, we have to invest those two things, time and events. But while we're doing that, it's critical that none of our dogs will understand any Chinese or Spanish or English. It's critical that we help people become a little bit more fluent in canine. And when we do, we can actually build a genuine relationship, which is the foundation for 100% obedience 100% of the time.
Yeah, I know. The one language I know all dogs speak is bone. So if you offer one of those, they typically do what you like them. So what's this 7 sacred ways? Does that have to do with these events and also just building this relationship?
Yeah. So over the last few decades, I studied how do dogs communicate, right? So we know that dogs are pack animals, and it's an innate biological thing for them. But how do they establish order, right? So there's about 100 ways, probably more, that dogs actually communicate together. So I've taken those and repackaged them as the 7 sacred ways that we, as intelligent human beings, can use to love and lead our dogs. But the power is we can use these 7 sacred ways to place ourselves, assert ourselves neurologically and chemically as our dog's canine leader.
Yeah, you definitely need to be the leader of the dog out there. So off the bat, we kind of mentioned how a lot of people, sadly, this reality, they get sick from COVID-19, they go to the hospital, they die, and people are then rescuing these dogs. So, I mean, when you see all of this happening, what concerns you with that? First-time owners, anything jump to mind?
Yeah, that's been the bulk of our time the last couple of months. Is there's, thank goodness, an increase in pet adoptions, including, of course, dogs. And then what happens is that some dogs, it's not always breed related, but dogs that are somewhat socially assertive versus socially passive. So dogs that are socially assertive and neurologically stable or unstable, these pets need what we think is a lot of love, and that is true. But they need our leadership more than they want our love. These types of dogs. So these are the dogs that concern me most, are the dogs that are quite socially assertive. It does not always mean aggressive, but these are the dogs that it's critical that we have adopters that are interested in loving and leading the dogs, in their language. It's a lot of fun. And it's not hard to learn. It's probably easier to learn than Mandarin or Deutsch or Spanish, but it's the only language that dogs are ever going to understand. And what that really comes down to its tone and timing. Since they don't know a word we're saying, it all comes down to tone, timing, and consistency, which is what we write about in the book.
Steve, as we wrap up here, where can we send our viewers? How do they learn more about this book?
The easiest way is to go right to our website. So the website is fun. It is learnhowtospeakdog.com.
There it is. Speak Dog. Learnhowtospeakdog.com. You and Fido will become best friends as we were meant to be. They are our best friends. Steve Lankfer, thank you very much. Continued success to you. Thanks for giving us some tips.
Important subject. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Be well.